Don't put water.
Yes.
Don't put sugar. Don't put lemonade. Don't put an Arnold Palmer. Stay out of people's property. Okay, because you're gonna go to jail.
Like if you,
first of all,
if you violate my body by cheating on me, I should be able to violate.
Wait.
What?
Wait. How can somebody violate your body by cheating on you?
Because if we're in a relationship, a monogamous relationship, and you go out and expose me to your shenanigans, then I should have the right to protect myself in self-defense against your car.
Wow.
I'm just keeping it real.
So when he goes out and cheats with somebody else, is he using your car? Is he taking your car to go?
No, he don't get.
Was the car involved?
If he takes my car, I'm slashing my tires. I'm slashing the girl tires. He going to see his mama tires. He ain't gonna have.
No, but see, here's the thing. For you listeners,
he ain't gonna get no ride.
Listeners, let me clarify the law.
And don't call no Uber because them tires getting slashed too.
Well, he can call Tyrone according to Erica Badu.
Tyrone ain't got no vehicle.
Welcome to another episode of Diva Court Season 2.
We in Season 2.
That would be dos.
Spanish.
Oh, I'm sorry, did I not say it right? Dos. Spanish. Uno, dos. Season 2. We are ready for you. I'm your host, Marcia Mignot, and with me is my co-diva.
It's Dana
Smith, that is. I forgot to start Season 2, Episode 1 with her last name that you can troll that away. You ever seen the Apollo? Troll that away. Okay?
I don't think these people know what the Apollo is anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess it's not a millennial thing. We are not responsible for the things we're going to talk about.
Or are we responsible for the things that I say?
That is correct, because I'm not responsible for her. And speaking of not being responsible, we're not providing legal advice. So any legal advice that you're seeking, listeners, make sure you consult an attorney in your jurisdiction.
Or for a small fee.
If you know where to contact me.
If you want some street justice, then you can contact me.
Uh-oh.
Don't even go there.
Order.
Ain't a little too soon for that. It's a little too soon.
This show is for edutainment purposes only.
All right.
So get your edutainment from us every single week if you go and check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. We also have a new sponsor. It's Cutie Nails and Spa. Midtown offering manis, petties, facials, and lashes.
Get them lashes.
Enjoy a spa experience and let the team of cuties take care of you. Cutie.
Hey, Cutie.
Nails and Spa. I like Cutie Nails and Spa.
Yeah.
Did they do your nails?
They did. I had something, just a little simple gel polish manicure. It was pretty cute. I
like it. It looks natural.
My favorite nude is 214. So if you go there, you like that nude color. 214 is amazing.
That is Cutie Nails and Spa. Midtown. Check them out, people. Now, first topic today, Johnny Depp.
You know what? It's getting hard out here for heterosexual white men.
Are you serious? Is that what you got out of the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial? That it was getting hard out there for a white man?
It's hard out here for a white man.
Is it ever
a heterosexual one?
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was only hard for poor white men.
I don't know about that. I'm just talking about Johnny Depp isn't poor. He's
That's my
going
point.
through a poor situation, and it is hard out here for him. They taking his money.
He paid his way out of it.
He did. That's why he lost all them contracts.
Oh, no. That's losing your way out of it.
If you pay, isn't it still a law?
No. You pay for something that is of value. You're happy about that. But if you're losing something, I don't think that's paying your way out of something.
You got to pay for it.
Well, he paid his way out of that divorce. I don't know. Did Amber get any money in the divorce case?
She need to be giving it back to him. We'll see.
Oh, well, now that is true, because if the case goes in the direction of the evidence currently being presented on court TV, then she is in big trouble.
What kind of trouble? Because it's a civil court. So big trouble meaning you think they're going to prosecute the case or something?
Big trouble meaning big financial trouble. And that could be big trouble too now, because remember, she is also an actress. So she has a little bit of change in assets that's out there for grabs. And the last thing you want to do is lose the little bit of money that you have, even if it's a little bit of millions. Now I'm talking about a little bit of money as if I'm talking about 20 and hundreds. I'm talking about millions of dollars. Well,
I'm just saying.
She may not lose 50 million, but if she only has, 20 million and she loses that, that's a problem for her. Well, I think if the powers that be in the movie industry are incensed or treat her like they would treat her if she were male, then her finances are at risk.
As you can see, that's not happening, because if she was a male, with just the accusation, all her stuff would have been taken away. And as of right now, that's not a problem.
That's a point. That is
not
a point.
problem.
But she made the accusation first. So,
well, I think we have a caller. We advertised last week that we will be taking calls. So
we did.
Why are you speaking so softly, sir?
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you not hear me? The audience can.
I just want to say.
We have Donna from Florida on the line.
All right.
Hello, Donna.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, caller. How are you?
Doing well, doing well.
Excellent. Well, we are talking about the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial, and we thank you for your time and coming in to talk with us about that topic.
Okay. I thought this was an interesting topic when I saw it on Facebook. And I thought, how unfair this country really is when it comes to men.
Well, your thoughts are our thoughts, because I feel the same way.
So you do agree that white heterosexual men are getting a hard rap these last couple of years?
Be careful with my diva. Be careful with my diva.
I'm trying to hear what she has to say.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, caller.
Well, I do. Well, I don't know about all of them, but in this particular case, one, I'm a Johnny Depp fan, and two, I do think, just from the little that I've seen in social media, like I haven't really been following the case, but I do believe that he has gotten a bad rap, and she called his bluff, and basically he is finally getting his day in court to voice his opinion. But clearly what we are seeing is that it was very toxic for him. And I guess he didn't have another outlet. I don't know. I guess money doesn't fix all the problems.
Wow. So do you believe, caller, that you being a Johnny Depp fan, that you are biased based on the evidence?
I don't think so. I have changed opinions from people, even just being a fan. When I see what they're, I guess outside of TV, when you see things happen, you can make educated decisions, and I don't think I'm biased.
Okay, let's run down the list. Bill Cosby, guilty or not?
That one is a trigger for me because I feel like many of those are taking advantage and riding. I mean, the times were different for sure, and I'm sure many of them knew what they were doing.
So you think that he was not guilty? I agree.
Yes. I think that one was yeah, I can't agree with that one. I mean, there's just way too much that came out. I feel like he had a good time, but I really
all had a good time. You know, the cocaine, the drugs, the drinking.
I think a lot of it was consensual, and it's buyer's remorse.
Yeah,
I do, and maybe they didn't get as far as they thought they would have
in their career. So now they mad.
Yeah,
that's probably true. All right. So R. Kelly, guilty or not?
Oh, he's guilty.
I agree with that one.
Listen to his music. I still listen to his music because talent is talent.
Yeah, so you can separate the art from the artist.
I do.
I do too. I do too. Well, caller, we want to thank you for your time, for calling in. Diva Court is so appreciative of the fact that you are tuned in and listening. And we really
always a fan.
you.
Been a fan from the beginning, so keep it up.
Awesome.
Will.
Thank you, caller.
Take care.
Right.
Bye.
Bye. Well, there's that. There you have it.
Yeah.
See?
So
there you have it.
I feel like we can all agree on that. She feels like it's hard out here for white heterosexual men. I definitely agree with that.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
If it's hard out here for a white heterosexual man, how is it for a black heterosexual man? Death row?
See, here's the thing. This is where I get a little sketchy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, sketch on, sister.
White men have the privilege to not really understand why bad things happen to them. So they're just more naive. Where black men know the history of, if you do this, then this will happen. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't agree with that. And let me tell you why I don't agree with that.
Wait. Before you disagree, do you understand what I'm saying?
Well, let me clarify.
What I'm about to say.
What you're saying is that a black male has already experienced so many discriminatory things in their life and in their history that they're not surprised by being treated unfairly. But white heterosexual men, because they've had a past and they have privilege and they're not treated in the manner as black men, that it's tougher for them to have to go through the experience. First of all, tell our listeners if I've clarified what you were saying.
Part of it.
Okay, well, clean it up.
So that part is, I don't have to clean that up. That is part of it. The second part is that because you know how the world is laid out, you got to make decisions, educated decisions. You can't find yourself in an elevator with a little white girl. You got to get out the elevator. You know what I'm saying? You can't, there's certain things you can't do. You don't put yourself in situations that can cause you to.
So hold on, let me see if I understand that analogy. A white man can go in the elevator with a little white girl.
Yes.
But a black man better jump off that elevator.
He better get off that elevator. That's the thing.
So you don't find that unjust, unfair?
I mean, I find it to be life.
Okay.
I find it to be life. It doesn't have to, right now, if we were living in a just and a fair world, this wouldn't even be a topic. But because we do not live in a just and fair world, we have to operate accordingly.
So is it your solution to just operate accordingly, or is it your position that we should be doing something to change the mindset of people?
No, I don't feel like people change when they want to change. You know what I'm saying? So what we need to do is just always
Sometimes change is forced on you. Change has to be, like, for example, there are certain things in society that was not acceptable, that is now acceptable in society. And I have the personal opinion that some of it was forced on society.
Well, yes.
There's
laws,
a conditioning.
Laws.
The laws and the conditioning. A constant
forced.
conditioning to make something, to normalize something. To say the more black children you see that come to your school, the more normalizing it becomes that you're in school with people of color.
Right. Laws, force people to change, but mindsets don't change. If you a racist, you may not be as much of a racist. You probably just keep your mouth shut because you don't want to lose your job.
But what if you just have implicit bias? You're not necessarily a racist, but you're just implicitly biased. For example, I think some women, as it pertains to the Depp versus Heard case, are implicitly biased because they're a woman. They don't even realize that they're not looking at it from an equal perspective. And there's implicit bias. And when those women have an opportunity to address the facts with another woman and they're explained, hold on. Have you ever taken a look at it from this perspective? That even some of those women go, oh, I never thought of that. Oh my goodness, you're right. I guess as a mother or as a woman, I just never thought, because I grew up in an environment where, women were just so treated disrespectfully that I couldn't even take off those glasses to look at, oh my goodness, society has changed. Women's roles have changed in society. And that some of these women have the implicit bias, but will be willing to change in the face of new evidence.
I think in those situations, it's more superficial than, the topic of racism. I mean, implicit bias, it can be simply changed. But I'm talking about that deep-seated, it is what it is. And I'm only changing because this law says that I have to do X.
But there's no law that says that a woman it should be treated differently in a domestic violence situation than a man, but we're doing it.
Well, that's what society calls
It's not even
for.
a law. It's not the law. The law says that you're supposed to treat the victim as the victim, whether
Right.
the victim is male or female. However, that's not happening. And this Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard case is a clear indication that it's going on.
Yeah. And to be quite honest, like, she did some real raunchy things.
Rat shit. And I did not say rat shit.
Now, what do you think?
Okay, so she probably did some human shit. But that was ratchet.
What do you think was the worst thing that she did to him?
Oh my God, that pooping in the bed is just
It's just
unforgivable.
yeah.
That's another level. That's not even something she did to him, but something she did to herself. That's self-defecating. You know what I mean? You can't do something like that and not defecate on your own character, your own. It's kind of like if I'm splashing up poop, I'm gonna get some on myself depending on how much I splash up.
That's a certain type of woman.
Hey, a special type, the type that needs a prescription and a room with a counselor in it.
That takes dedication.
Hey,
That
I
definitely
mean,
takes dedication.
I think it takes crazycation. That's what I think it takes.
No, it needs medication.
You know what? You finally had a joke that I actually liked.
Oh, so he's not Funny's cousin anymore?
Oh, he's Funny's grandma. Partially funny.
like I told people.
Oh, God.
Like I told someone before.
You may be funny this time.
If you pick your head up, it won't go over your head. Just pick your head
Blah,
up.
blah, 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 blah.
But I mean, Amber took it to another level.
Oh,
I
my
know, listeners, I know her side of the case has not been presented yet.
Mm-hmm.
We're not there yet. But Depp's attorney started really, really slow. And in fact, I thought when I first appeared on Court TV, because I do come on Court TV as a guest weekly, and my first appearance on Court TV during the Depp trial was, where are we going with this? Because the facts and the evidence was not pointing in the direction of defamation. But I realized after days,
It was pointing in the direction of defecation. You can't leave me open on that one.
they were staying in defecation and not defamation. And when I saw all that defecation, I said, oh my God, this is a waste of the jurors' time. These people could be at work. These people have better things to do with their lives. They have to sit here and listen to all. This sounded like a rehashing of the party's divorce, and I was on drugs and she didn't help me come off drugs. And when I went to rehab, and I have a private island where I went to go clean out, and the people at my private island saw her, or we were in France and she threw an alcohol bottle at me and cut my finger off. And I lied to the hospital about how I injured myself. And I was like, can we get to the op-ed and what was published? But I realize now that it was calculating on the part of his attorneys, because where they're going now with the testimony, law enforcement officers have testified who came out and saw her and said, no bruises, no marks, no nothing. That's hard, because you have an independent police officer who arrived to a domestic dispute and said, yeah, her face was red because she was crying. But
Right.
your face gets red when you cry. So you didn't see any bruises? No, I didn't see any bruises. If we saw bruises, we're required to take somebody into custody, and we didn't arrest anybody.
Right.
And so cross-examination, they were trying to pick up, some speed, because it looks bad. It looks bad, the testimony of one was a female officer and one was a male officer. And Johnny Depp's attorneys were smart, because they called both.
Yeah.
They made sure you heard it from a female's perspective and from a male perspective.
Yeah.
That they looked at her and felt like she wasn't a victim of domestic violence when they responded to the call. Not only that, they said a lot of her witnesses, the people who were there with her, did not want to cooperate.
Because they want none of that nonsense.
No, they didn't
want to be a part of
of
that
story.
They did not want to be a part of that.
So Depp is...
They did not want no boo-boo in their bed.
No, right. We know how she get down.
Yeah. So it's looking different.
Yeah.
They're finally getting to the defamation part. I try my cases a little faster, and I can't tell them how to try theirs.
Yeah.
But they're getting there. They're now at the finger chopped off. They're now at recordings of her saying, if you're a victim of domestic violence, who would believe you?
I just think that, violence should only be towards material things and not people. Like, don't take it out on the person. Take it out on their belongings.
Well, make sure you own those belongings, because taking it out on somebody.
If you broke my heart, I break your car window.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No.
Stop.
I can't.
No, you can't.
I can't do that.
That's called a crime.
When I say whoa, I mean
Hypothetically.
whoa.
In your
Can
head.
I say that?
You can break it in your head.
Hypothetically.
No, you can break it in your head.
Hypothetically.
You can imagine breaking it. You can write a. You can.
I think, like, if you ain't bust out one car window, can you really be a real woman?
What you want? Bust the windows in your car?
Yeah,
Is that where you going?
one car window. You gotta let these people.
For that song.
I
Busting out
love
windows
that
in the
song.
car?
It was my theme song back in the day. But all I'm saying is that don't hurt the person, hurt the pocket.
You
And
cannot
then when
hurt
you
the
do
pocket.
it, you can't be obvious about it. Like, you can't be screaming. You need to go in the middle of the night and then, put like a hoodie on so nobody can see you, just in case there's some cameras. And that's
Wait
how
a
you get
minute. Wait a minute.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So you're telling your listeners.
I'm just saying what you could possibly do instead of putting your hands on
so
people.
Diva
Keep your
Courts-
hands off of people. Put it on their
give
property.
them the disclaimer.
What?
Diva Court does not condone violence
To
in
people.
any form or fashion. Not to people, not to their property. You must behave like an adult if you are an adult.
So we never heard of sugar in the tank.
Hey, look here. If you are in a relationship that is not becoming, is
Banana
not
in the tailpipe.
I think that's more cartoonish, but
no,
sugar
that
in
was
the
Eddie
tank.
Murphy. That was Eddie Murphy.
It's straight
I'm not going to
from
fall for the banana.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills Cops. Yeah. That's a clip.
But isn't that like death to the person when you?
Banana in tailpipe.
Yeah, like that's carbon monoxide poisoning.
Listen, why are you trying to bring us
what-
to reality?
Hello. What
You
we
the-
gotta
But
get
that's
the
not
main
that's because I said that you don't put violence on people. Property is fine, not people. When you put a banana in a tailpipe, that could be carbon
What
monoxide
if the
poisoning.
car is empty?
That works.
Oh, that's not.
No, that's not how it works at all. Like when you put a banana in a tailpipe, all it does is just choke the car, and it doesn't choke you.
Oh,
You know, it needs oxygen like every other thing to.
wow. So we
do
got
the
a science
combustion.
lesson in the
Well,
middle.
there we go. Go ahead, Mr. Science Professor.
So. Don't
So
put
wait.
bananas in tailpipes.
But when they take the hose, right, and they put it inside of the
The car,
car.
yeah, that's the carbon monoxide. But if you just put a banana in a tailpipe, it'll just choke the car.
It's
like-
not gonna.
Oh,
it's
okay,
not
I see
gonna-
what you're saying.
You gotta
Do not. Can we make a disclaimer about not putting the pipe in the hose?
Yeah,
into
yeah,
the
yeah. We
car?
can't do that.
Please don't do
Diva Court does not condone putting the pipe in the car,
Also about putting sugar in the gas tank.
and don't put no sugar in the gas tank.
Now that
No, you're better off putting water in there. If you want to break it.
water.
Wow.
So no Snickers bars.
But don't do that.
I'm sorry.
Like the
I'm sorry.
water.
Don't put water.
Yes.
Don't put sugar.
You
Don't
know-
put lemonade. Don't put an Arno Palmer. Stay out of people's property, okay? Because you're gonna go to jail.
Like, if you-
first of all,
If you violate my body by cheating on me, I should be able to violate.
wait.
What?
How can somebody violate your body
Yeah.
by cheating on you?
Because if we're in a relationship, a monogamous relationship, and you go out and expose me to your shenanigans, then I should have the right to protect myself in self-defense against your car.
Wow.
I'm just keeping it real.
So when he goes out and cheats with somebody else, is he using your car? Is he taking your car to go?
No, he don't get.
Was the car involved?
If
in
he
it?
takes my car, I'm slashing my tires. I'm slashing the girl tires. He going to see his mama tires. He ain't gonna have.
No, but see, here's the thing for you listeners.
He ain't gonna get no ride.
Listeners, let me clarify
And
the
don't
law.
call no Uber because them tires getting slashed too.
Well, he can call Tyrone, according to Erica Badu.
Tyrone ain't got no vehicle. Tyrone ain't got no
Tyrone.
vehicle.
But here's the disclaimer for my listeners.
Wait,
You want to embellish on that?
Still
He violated my body by cheating with somebody.
Yes,
How do you
and
violate your
Hey,
body
can I let the
by cheating with
and
somebody?
I have a caller who would, I'm sure,
Love to comment on that.
Have an opinion,
Yes.
on
Yes.
this. So this
I
is,
think-
Let's
this
hear what
is
the caller
Joy,
thinks about you.
And we have Joy coming in. Hello, Joy.
Hi, guys.
Hey Joy.
Hi, Joy. How are you, caller?
I'm awesome. I'm awesome.
Oh, fantastic. Your call is perfect timing.
Yes.
We'd like you to opine
Yes.
regarding the Diva's statement that if someone cheats on her, that they violate her body. We're trying to find out how she gets a violation of her body when he's sleeping with somebody.
Well, it's all about the fact that because being intimate with someone, it is a mutual partnership, right? Because there's an exchange of bodily fluids and spirits and, you know, all types of things, right?
I like where this call is going.
So, you know, when you start cheating, you know what I mean? You're picking up extra demons and body fluids and could possibly be picking up diseases. And you're bringing them to me without my consent.
Yes,
so you're cheating on us, not just you cheating. Even though they think it's a selfish act for themselves, no, it's selfish all the way around because you're cheating on everybody. You putting me in danger without my permission. Now, if we agreed to be polyamorous, then it's not cheating. But if we agreed to be mutually exclusive, once you know this is mine and that's yours, and then I go out and I start sleeping with somebody else, I'm putting other people in danger. You know, it's just like taking a loaded gun and just shooting off into the crowd, not caring who you hit.
Now, with that being said, don't you think that the consequences is because, you know, we shouldn't be going to jail for murder. You know what I'm saying? So if I just take it out on your vehicle,
you just go to jail for criminal trespass.
It's probably a lot harder to, you know, figure out if somebody broke into your car, put a little sugar in your tank, bust out a window.
Let me tell you something. There's not just direct evidence, there's circumstantial evidence.
Well, you got to prove it in a court of law.
Let me tell you what the problem is. Your phone is going to be telling him how you really feel. And those text messages, those emails, and those social medias. Oh, smooth in it? What you going to say? I like the way you violated our monogamy.
No, you don't say any of that.
Oh.
Speaking from experience, caller,
right?
Do you believe that, you know, if somebody violates your body, it could be okay to like pay back to the vehicle? What do you think?
I definitely think that you should get jail time if you give somebody a disease at the will of their own because you were being a cheater. But I also believe that, you know what, if you cheat on me and there should be some sort of restitution. I should get paid for mental anguish, damages, because I'm going to have to go to therapy after this.
Well, I agree with that caller. I'm all for the money, but she's not talking about money.
Excuse me,
She's talking about damage to property.
Is this thing on? I said...
No, that thing needs to be off.
I said... I should be able to lay my hands on that vehicle.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's not what the caller said.
That's not
the caller said. If I have to go to therapy because of what you did, if I have to spend money and I'm emotionally distraught, you should cut my check. I'm with that with the caller. That's what the caller
I don't think I
said.
like this call no more. All right, one more question for you, caller.
Okay.
What Amber Heard, she pooped on Johnny Depp's bed. What's the worst thing you did to a man for revenge?
Well,
now, caller, be careful. They know your first name.
Right, but let me just start by saying Amber is third rock from the sun. Okay, she's definitely light on her feet, and so I think the worst thing that I did to my ex-husband for cheating on me without my permission, because I'm not polyamorous, was I found out who the girl was, and because I'm just like a super sleuth, I was able to locate her information and call the phone company, pretend to be her, change all of that information, and I was able to turn off all of her utilities and put passwords on everything so that she could not change them. And then I changed her voicemail to, "Hi, you just called." I'm not going to say her name. "I'm a home wrecker, and I like sleeping with married men." So that when everybody called her, they were letting her know what time it was. Oh yeah, but and for him, he was on his way out of town, and I cut all of the cars off so he didn't have access to money. He ran out of gas about 4 hours from home.
Oh my word,
and
Paula, you were busy.
and I took the charger so he wouldn't be able to charge his phone while he was out on 75 because I needed him to know what it felt like to be trusting in your devices and the vehicle that you driving and thinking that you okay because you could go get gas and realize that you out here really alone because the person that you trusted decided to cheat on you without even asking you if you wanted to participate.
Caller, let me tell you something. You got your money's worth, honey. If I was a jury, I wouldn't give you a dime. You already got 100% satisfaction.
First of all of this is alleged. I'm going to go ahead and show the
Allegedly, these things happen.
Caller, we like your alleged story.
Alleged.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, I wouldn't give you no money, girl. You got paid. That's called payback.
Listen, I slept naked with the fan on medium like a newborn baby. He told me he was, I'm stranded, and I ran out of gas, and I'm thinking, well, where you at? Because you were supposed to be one way, you somewhere else. Oh, I was like, you know what? He's like, my battery running dead. Ooh, honey, I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know. It took him a couple of days to get home, allegedly.
Wow. Well, Carla, we thank you for giving us that allegedly story. Because let me tell you, them allegations are just too funny. And we appreciate you staying tuned to our Diva Court episodes. Don't forget to subscribe. You sound like one of our fantastic listeners.
The biggest fan.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye. That is allegedly hilarious.
You know what? I bet you she wasn't watching this show when I was talking about Joe Biden ain't do nothing for blacks, because I think she my kind of girl.
No, because she knows that Juneteenth is a fantastic holiday.
First of all, before we move on, this deserves a...
When I say whoa, I mean
that
whoa.
is quite the series of events to allegedly have happened.
That's a lot of allegations.
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
I don't see no indictment.
Hey.
I'm just saying, I've been sitting in my car like,
You're despicable.
I like her. So I like, wow. I like her.
Right. You want to give her one?
Yes. Wow. Is there like a heart emoji that we can do? I don't know.
You can do it with your hand. No, but Amber, Johnny, they're still at it. They are coming back on. Don't forget to stay tuned to Court TV. I will be on Thursday, May the 5th.
May 5th.
So tune in at 1 p.m. where you're going to listen to me talk about the facts of the case and all the evidence associated with it. Johnny, you're doing good right now. I don't know what Amber's coming out the blocks with, but she got to come good. Hopefully she produces something to counteract that. Because, you know, a lot of people watch a trial.
Yeah.
And when you only hear one side of the story,
like, ooh,
you're like, oh my God, they're about to lose. And then the other side of the story comes out and you're like,
ooh.
Okay. Okay, so that's why we always tell you there's two
so
sides
if
to
he
a story.
pooped, what could be the equivalent or worse that he could have done to her?
In her purse.
In her pocketbook.
You got to poop in her pocketbook.
I peed in a puss.
I pooed in your pocketbook. Yeah, that's the most. Ugh. I mean, even her saying that, you know, who's gonna believe you in a recording that you're the victim of domestic violence, but it's clear based on that evidence that their relationship was toxic.
So I see how you skated over the fact that, you know, I brought up Joe Biden.
I don't understand why you want to mess with my president, okay? Because when I considered the alternative, I don't want a Kofifi in the White House. I will take President Biden any day.
Joe Biden over here selling dreams.
Well, Juneteenth is a fantastic holiday. It is a holiday where we're celebrating freedom. You know, this country talk about freedom all the time. You know that, right? Land of the free, home of the brave.
Sounds like another pipe dream.
Well, you know, there's in Arkansas a Juneteenth celebration that's coming up. Why do you have a problem with that Arkansas Juneteenth celebration?
Pull up the picture.
Well, you know, the Juneteenth celebration has on it 3 white people.
It's not
who's
even
hosting a Juneteenth market.
soul food market.
Yes. So do you really think they're cooking any of the soul food, or they're just going to invite all the black people who cook soul food? Don't you think they're going to invite all the black restaurants?
I don't think there's nothing black about.
They're going to invite all the black establishments.
What black person is looking on this and be like, you know what? Why are they even on the picture? Why is there pictures of people on
because
the
those
flyer?
are the people putting it together.
Why is it even necessary?
It's Rex Nelson and Heather Baker and David
Let's look
Basil.
out.
They're the War Memorial Stadium. They're going to have a Little Rock, Arkansas Juneteenth Soul Food Festival and Market.
What about?
I'm sure it's not. It's going to be.
What
bad.
about
I mean,
this?
They were gonna have.
I think they're going to invite. I think they're going to invite black people.
Oh,
I really think.
I mean, I would hope so.
Of course.
White people ain't going to eat no soul food. That's too many
Well,
calories.
can they cook it?
It's too many calories. Honey.
First of all, you have to be able to cook it.
It's too many calories.
They're not
honey.
worried about the calories.
What black person is gonna look at this soul food restaurant market festival
No,
thingy?
the Juneteenth festival.
Juneteenth
Flyer.
See, that's I don't even see anything Juneteenth about this except for the fact that it says Juneteenth. Nothing indicates black on here. Nothing indicates
The word soul food does.
Nothing
Soul
indicates
food.
this is for
3 floors of soul food.
oh my goodness. I bet you that food is not seasoned. There's probably no salt in it.
Well, if we're cooking it, it's going to have salt in it.
Who is we? You not invited, honey.
Black people. It's for everyone. It didn't say blacks excluded.
I'm
for
just
everyone.
saying. I don't think black people are coming.
They're going to go. Trust me. We're going to follow that story.
It's not a thing anymore. There's nothing to go to.
They canceled it?
Yes, they pulled
Wow.
it after the poster leaked.
The poster leaked.
I'm sure
and
that they
Twitter
had
exploded.
some staff member go, "Oh, so y'all think this is a good idea? All right, I'll show y'all."
Make sure you put our pictures on there. I got a tan for this one.
Okay, let's tell our listeners what we're talking about. There was a flyer in Arkansas that was advertising a Juneteenth Soul Food and Market Festival. Nothing about the flyer appeared to have anything affiliated with Juneteenth or black people or slavery or the freedom of black people other than the word soul food. So our producer is now telling us.
Wait, technically, the blacks are in the kitchen.
Well, they didn't say kitchen.
They
said
kitchen
soul
cooking.
food. There's nothing saying kitchen on that.
They in the kitchen cooking the soul food.
They didn't say that.
That's where the blacks
They
go.
just said Juneteenth Soul Food Festival and Market. That's all they said. Now, Twitter looked like it exploded when that flyer went out and said, why is a white panel hosting a Juneteenth celebration in Arkansas?
And
what are y'all doing?
We're not even saying that it.
But I'm not trying to be funny. You know what?
Right.
I don't have an objection to 3 white people on a flyer celebrating Juneteenth. I don't have a problem with that. Why would I fight for a holiday and fight for their recognition of what happened to black people and then have a problem when they try to celebrate it?
This is the problem.
I am Team Arkansas white panel.
This is the problem. Are you pretending to be me in this? Just want to be controversial for no reason?
Are you serious? I'm serious. Why would I want a holiday?
This is the problem.
If I don't want white people to celebrate it.
This is called exploitation.
Why does it have to be exploitation? And
Because
what would it need to look like?
Is this the first annual?
Diva. What would it need to look like for it not to be exploitation?
Can we get like some red, green, and black colors?
Wouldn't that make
I'm starting there
more
first.
exploitative? Wouldn't it be like, look at all this
I'm starting
black
there
stuff
first.
with these white panel members.
Yeah.
Let me start there. I'm about to start taking stuff away. Can we get some colors that represent the community? Can we get why? First of all, even if it was all black people, I mean, I wouldn't be offended if it was black people, but why are they even on the flyer? Like, there's no pictures of food. Why are white people just on this flyer?
Who said they're not running for office?
No, I give you that. If it's a soul food festival,
Why we got white people
I'd
on
like
the
to
flyer?
see pictures of
Of
soul
food.
food.
Yeah.
Yes.
Food and countries
so
and ethnicity.
You think if their pictures weren't there and pictures of soul food and ethnic
I think they
pictures,
misunderstood what soul food is. Not actual people. We're not eating people. They're not on the menu.
I don't want to digest that.
listen to me.
I
want to make sure that my listeners understand my take. I'm okay with an all-white panel putting together a Juneteenth celebration. Because
what does an all-white panel know about Juneteenth?
Let me tell you something. The slave master could tell you a lot about slavery.
But these are not slave masters. We can't
well,
hold
the descendants of them.
Yeah, but that means that they're so distant. I didn't have nothing to do with slave. They're giving you that Heisman.
No,
they don't know.
no.
They don't want nothing. They
don't
want to talk about
Heisman. Come to
they
the
don't want to talk about
celebration.
critical race theory. They don't want to talk about none of this. They're giving you the Heisman.
Who says they weren't going to talk about that?
Well, first of all, let's understand what their roles are in the first place. The roles are they're the hosts.
How you gonna host? I can't host a science expo about a topic that I have no clue about.
No. You're hosting.
So the people,
but you should have some type of.
You should have the pictures of the panel, not
that's
the
hosts. Coming. Yeah, that makes
sense. But it's an all white panel.
So if you're producing the
that's
show,
not the panel.
But it's still so you go. No matter if we switch the pictures up, you still have an all white panel. Of white.
Well, we don't know that yet
because it says the host and are all white. It's an all white panel, right?
Of the hosts.
The hosts.
The panel of the hosts.
I just don't understand why the hosts are on there, period.
That's his point. The producer's point is if they had put up the panel, even though they were hosting it, and just put their names as
I don't know
hosts.
if there are even, I mean, when they say panel, what is it, a judge? People, they're going to be judges?
That's just
like, what
three
you mean
people
panel?
putting it together. They should have said producers. How about that? Producers.
They should have just said, "Come to this Juneteenth
It could have been that. I just don't understand if you really thought Juneteenth was something to celebrate, what in your mind said I should put my picture on the Juneteenth flyer that has nothing to do with at least the culture,
because you want to bring white people.
I want white people to come.
Yes,
and I also want them to know I'm not racist.
Exactly.
And I support blacks because I understand what they went through.
Boom shakalaka.
I'm good with that.
But
boom shakalaka.
Okay.
I'm all the way good with it.
The problem is all three of them wanted to get the recognition.
Exactly. Like, can we get
only one person should have got the recognition?
Where's at least a biracial? Like, if this was a fair housing flyer, they would be in violation of fair housing law. Complete violation of fair housing law.
Hey, hold on. We are HUD. HUD.
Like, this is a complete violation.
Represent HUD.
Like,
the H, the U, and the D.
In what marketing world does somebody say, let's exclude what this...
But it's Arkansas.
Yes.
You want to bring education
so there's no blacks
to those people.
in Arkansas?
Well, the 5 of them weren't there.
Okay, so here's the thing. Why would they cancel it if it's an all-white panel for all whites? Why are we canceling
Twitter
it?
exploded.
But Twitter,
but it's not an all-white panel. That's all right. This is where the media is like taking it. This is where Twitter is taking it.
Yes.
Right? Because they extrapolate further. Because if you read the thing, it says, hey, these are our featured hosts, not panel members, not orators, not any of that. These are the people who are going to be hosting the event over this time period, right? They are 3 white people. That's fine. I can understand the white people
okay with
need
that.
a host.
I'm not tripping off of that.
I'm okay with that.
Sponsorships, like,
the
if you're going to sponsor, that's fine.
To make people feel comfortable. Oh, it's going to be a white host. Maybe they'll ask a question that I'm curious about.
I won't look racist, and then my neighbors won't have to look crazy on me because they saw this flyer and we made it palatable. And now white people are going to become...
So they whitewashed the flyers, what you're telling me.
No.
I will say that
they did.
They had
they whitewashed the flyer. They
did something.
This does not welcome black people to a Juneteenth
The soul
festival.
food part does.
Exactly.
It doesn't.
The word soul food.
No.
It don't.
Now
soul food.
No.
That's a
now the issue is yes, but they didn't understand that they also needed pictures of the soul food, not even the panel members,
right.
to bring everybody in.
When I look at this, I'd be like, "Oh, that food ain't gonna be good."
Exactly.
I'm not coming.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree that pictures of the food.
So what the point being is that you didn't want black people to be there.
No, I think it's just an oversight. Again, it's back
an oversight.
to
everything is always. It's back to
diversity.
Conditioning.
Exactly.
They're not used to being diverse.
How do they make the
that's
panel?
the
This is how I make the flyers every time.
Let me say this. In order for me to learn how to do hair that is not textured hair, I had to go to the experts who do hair that is not textured hair so I can learn how to do hair. You can't show up like I'm about to teach y'all about something and I have no expertise in. You can't just show up.
That's not what they're doing. So you're separating the two things. What I'm saying is,
they're saying I'm not the panel member.
This is the we are hosting.
But I'm opening the facility.
I'm so important for this festival to happen that I'm gonna put my picture on here.
That's the white people come.
White people, please come to Juneteenth.
I am hosting. Look,
and it's me. Okay. Normalize it.
It's me.
I'm good with that.
Heather Baker. From your news, I'm gonna be hosting. Come out. Oh, it's Heather. Heather's gonna be there.
I'll go.
Heather's gonna be there.
I'll be there. Yes. So the problem is, this is how they do every panel. Like any event they have, this is exactly how they do it. Put the 3 hosts on top of it.
The pull,
bang, bang.
the draw.
This is all I do
to get people to come.
This is called laziness and lack of diversity.
Yeah.
Because laziness is copy paste, change Juneteenth, bam, bam, bam. These are hosts.
And change pictures.
There we go. Bam.
They ain't even changed the colors.
Nope. Just change the pictures.
Not at all. They just kept the same colors that they always have.
Just change the pictures. I think it's an oversight. I think it was a great idea. I hope they redo it. I hope they remarket it. And I hope they do it. Because I would like the best person to teach white people how to respect black people is white people. The best person to get white people comfortable with diversity is other white people.
White people, but I don't think that even the most liberal white person don't get it. A black person needs to be able to be there to explain to the person who can talk the language and the culture to their white counterparts.
That's great.
That's what needs to happen.
You need that white person in order to open the door.
I agree.
So that's all that they were trying to advertise.
They were opening the Juneteenth door.
Here's the whole doors.
Maybe if they had like one more person and she was at least biracial. I mean, come on.
Here's the whole door.
They're opening the doors.
The panel could have been a whole panel full of black people ready to do what you said.
So we're going to drink to those Diva, to the Juneteenth? The June.
See what Joe Biden done started? You see what Joe Biden done started?
Not going cheers. I mean, cheers.
I ain't cheering to that.
Cheers.
They out of order. That's cheers. What they get. No. Cheers. Out of order.
I'm going to drink to them.
You drinking to what?
White people that want to celebrate black people.
Nothing indicates on this flyer they want to celebrate
Yes,
us.
they do. They said festival.
They said soul food festival.
They said soul food festival. And they had me at soul.
And then they spelled they spelled the word Juneteenth that we made up. So they were really in tune.
I'm telling you.
There you go.
Give them an A for effort.
F.
Let me tell you something.
For failure.
I want us to drink to episode 2 of season 2.
Just want to give a shout out to our 2 callers.
Shout out to our callers, Donna and Joy.
Yes.
Our biggest fans from day 1. And we'll drink to that.
We definitely will.
Why were you supposed to drink you both?
You know what? One of our viewers was like, and why you swish it around too?
Because she thinks it's beer. Please look for our episodes every week. Yes. Every Wednesday. Subscribe. You're going to see us on YouTube when we throw that video up for you. Join us also on audio. If you don't have time to watch us on video, Spotify. Check us out on Apple Podcasts. And Google Podcasts. And be sure to catch us again on YouTube if you want to see all this divaness.
Yes, sir.
All this divaness.
Yes, sir.
On Diva Court. We will
drink to that. Cutie Nails, go check them out. Hey, Cutie. And the link is in the description.
Oh my gosh, she got it right.
Yes, it did.
The description last week was in the link. And that's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
We got to drink to that.